Next up will be the women's 200 meters. You see Flojo, holder of the world and American record. And this is one of the highlights of the games, and joined now by O.J. Simpson for commentary on the 200 races, both men and women. In this women's event, Gwen Torrence, a chance to stamp herself as the reigning queen of the sprint races in America.
Well, Tom, I think Gwen is all by herself. She's trying to follow in the footsteps of Valerie Briscoe-Hooks and Flojo, who won the last 2 gold medals. I don't see anyone here that's going to get in her way. Take a look at lane 6. Carlette Guidry White, an immense talent, but she tends not to run her best races in the finals. So let's just hope that she can live up to, or run up to her immense ability, because I think she could be a finalist in Barcelona.
Well, here at the trials, one of the finalists is a high school phenom, 16-year-old Marion Jones from Thousand Oaks, California. She'll be on the extreme outside, lane number 8. That's Marion Jones.
Marion, I think, is lucky. She's in lane 8. She's inexperienced. She's only 16 years old. She won't have to worry about the field. She can just relax and run her own race, and if she can run up to her ability, she can make this Olympic team.
5th in the 100, so she will be perhaps running in the relays in Barcelona. There's Gwen Torrence, who blitzed the field in the 100.
Yes, she did. And she, in the World Championships last year, she was second to Catherine Praba, who has been reinstated, I guess, by the International Athletics Amateur Federation. And it looks like she'll be running in the Olympics, even though I'm told by the German TV announcers here that she hasn't been training. For my money, Gwen Torrence should be the favorite in the Olympics.
And there is Gwen from the University of Georgia, trains with her husband Manley at 5 a.m. in the morning in Georgia, and draws inspiration too from Manley Jr., her 2.5-year-old child.
The lanes to watch is obviously lane 6, Gwen, but watch Carlette Guidry. Once again, this is a girl with a tremendous amount of ability, but she tends to run her faster races earlier and not save her best for last, which is the finals.
And a false start. Looked like it was Carlette Guidry White who initiated the false start. There she is, number 231 with the glasses on. Carlette made the 4x100 relay team with a 4th place finish in the 100. And she won the second semifinal here at the trials in the 200 in 22.41, a personal best,
which was the second fastest time of the preliminary races. In the 100 meters, in the preliminary races, she had the fastest time, but finished 4th in that event. She'll be going to the Olympics, obviously, running on the relay team, but I think she deserves a spot on this team if she can run up to her ability, and once again, she could be a finalist in Barcelona.
Gwen Torrence in the lane just outside Guidry White. She's had some problems with her left knee, but didn't seem to bother her when she won the 100 last weekend.
I think that's just part of her sight game. She's been telling the other runners she's been having problems, but she's been running I've never seen her run better.
And another false start. Well, Carlette Guidry White was charged with the first false start, and awaiting word here on who caused the second. And now they say no one will be charged with a false start in that event.
This is tough on the sprinters. You know, this is a sprint. It's like over 100 meters. There's very little strategy involved, even though in the men's, Carl Lewis seemed to feel that there will be some strategy involved there. We'll talk about that when we get to that race, but this is an all-out sprint. You just want to get out of the blocks fast, and you can lose the race with the first 5 or 10 meters with your start. So the runners are certainly conscious of getting quick starts out of the blocks.
And it also takes an ability, as they say, to run the curve, because the race immediately heads into the turn. Keep your eye on Webber in lane 4. Looked good in the earlier rounds, as Gwen Torrence, the favorite, once again enters the blocks.
Yeah, Webber, you mentioned Webber in lane 4. She's sort of, Dyan has come out of nowhere. This would be her first final of any type of major event.
And Carlette Carlette Guidry White off to a fast start, making up the stagger on Torrence as they approach the top of the stretch. Guidry White and Torrence are right together. They're into the home stretch. Michelle Finn also running well. Through the stretch, Guidry White and Torrence are right together. Now, Gwen Torrence takes the lead. Guidry White is second. Coming up to get third is Michelle Finn.
And an excellent tempo. Possibly the fastest time in the world this year, right off her fastest time ever, personal best. Now, we said Gwen has been practicing on 400 meters. The reason why, she said stamina would count in a race such as this. You have to run 4 races in 3 days in this 200 meter, not to mention the 100 meter races they ran last week. And as you can see, it was stamina and endurance that bode well for her in that race. I am just happy for Guidry White. This is the first time I've seen her in a competition of this nature, World Championship, obviously her first Olympic trials, where she ran up to her ability.
So unofficially, the fastest time of 1992 for Gwen Torrence, back after a word from your local station.
The official results in the women's 200 meters, which we just saw before we broke. Gwen Torrence, the winner. In 22:03, best time in the world this year. Carlette Guidry White in second and Michelle Finn in third. Let's go down to Todd Christensen with Gwen Torrence.
The mark of a champion is when you are favored to win. That's exactly what Gwen Torrence did in both 100 and 200 meters. A rival of yours, Katrin Kraba, the IAAF, said she can run. Her ban was rescinded. What's your attitude to that?
I'm not surprised. I've said all along she'll be there. But I just go along with my training. Whether she's there or not, I'm going to still think she's on drugs. Whatever she got caught with, I know she's on drugs.
But you got something for her in Barcelona, though.
And I got something for her, and the rest of the Americans got something for her. And I want to say one thing to O.J. Simpson. I never dodge competition.
Take that, Juice.
O.J., what do you have to say about that?
Well, I think she was referring to the New York Games a couple of weeks ago when we were there, and she wasn't running the 100 meters against Devers, and I thought she was just avoiding running her until she got here, even though she's still my choice to win the gold.